What up, YouTube? It's Wabi from the Politically Correct Show. And today, real quick, I'm going to talk to you about Ja Rule and Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder. Uh, let's give out the background story first. Uh, Uncle Murder is signed to G Unit. He's been signed to G Unit, I believe, since 2016. So technically, honestly, I don't know why he's really in this beef. I don't really get it. I mean, I guess it's because it's G Unit, so they're about riding and all of that stuff. Hence why he's with Tony Yayo. Tony Yayo is like the best friend you could ever have to me. Like, if I had a friend like Tony Yayo, I would definitely keep him around as much as possible because Tony Yayo, just the way he talks about friendship and loyalty, it's pretty tough. But either way, his loyalty got him in some heat a few days ago or yesterday, whenever. I heard about it yesterday, so I'm gonna say yesterday. And so Tony Yayo, as most people know, he's from G Unit, 50 Cents. I'd say that's his main man, besides Lloyd Banks. But Lloyd Banks, as 50 Cent says, is Lazy Lloyd. So I'd say Tony Yayo is his guy. Tony Yayo, G Unit guy, hates Ja Rule, of course. They've been beefing for damn near 20 years now. And I guess they saw each other at an airport, which is wild that they've been around for 20 years. They all three of them have been to airports. You got Tony Yayo talking about smoked duck in Morocco and eating duck in Romania and all that caviar and stuff. So you would think he saw Ja Rule before at an airport. You would think so, right? But I guess he hasn't. And they saw each other. Ja Rule threw a pillow or something like that and called him soft. So they got fighting and stuff. And my thing about it is, it's like, um, who's aren't they like 50 plus years old? Like, aren't they 50 plus? You're 50 plus. And y'all out here fighting and stuff, calling each other soft and shit. Like, you on the court or something. Like, man, we gotta do better. Like, is this really how we're presenting each other? Like, I understand that they like beefing for like 20 years and stuff, but it's like, it's kind of childish. I mean, I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but like, if 50 Cent was at that airport, I just don't think he's gonna be sitting there, you know, fighting with Ja Rule. I don't think that's what he's gonna be doing. So I just don't understand why Tony Yayo would be doing that when it's really, through all of that, it's really 50 Cent's personal beef. It's just G Unit got into it, so now it's a G Unit beef, because we're riding for each other. That's how groups go. That's how you're supposed to be for your guy. But 50 Cent, I'm pretty sure 50 Cent would have told Yayo, like, nah, chill, bro. We got business to handle. So that happened. And then they started talking about this, that, and the third. 50 Cent, like a 17-year-old boy, talking about oh, I beat y'all, and this, that, and the third. And everybody's like boosting it, talking about some Josh stand on his own, too. And I just think both of them are just childish at the end of the day. Because it's like, y'all 50 plus years old. Like, you didn't wrap it up in high school. Like, I don't get it. And I just think for such stars that they are, especially Ja Rule, he's made so many classic hits. It's like, why even look like that, man? Why? Oh, that's so embarrassing. and then you just lean into it, on social media and stuff. I mean, we need to take these phones from these old niggas for real. We need to take the phones from the old niggas because we can't they can't have phones. I mean, it's just crazy the shit that people utter out their mouths, for clout basically. And you're like super famous already. Like you have a reputation and you're tarnishing it just by acting like a little kid. So it is what it is. Tony Yayo wildin', Uncle Murder wildin', Ja Rule wildin'. They all acting childish. I lost my train of thought a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, so next year, in football, I think the Cowboys are gonna not be a laughing stock. As long as they invest in their defense, they will finally get over this divisional hump. They're gonna go to the championship game, maybe even a Super Bowl. Maybe even a Super Bowl if the Cowboys grab some defensive players. You know what I'm saying? Because Micah Parsons didn't get signed. They gave away Trayvon Diggs. Like, they're freeing up space to get these pieces together. And if they get another offensive piece, I'm gonna lose my mind because all they really need is some defense, a defensive line, some little cheap cornerbacks, and they're good. But Jerry Jones might not do that, so we'll see. I'll tell you how good they're gonna be by the end of the off season. Take note. Still waiting on the Bruno Mars album, of course. Uh, oh, by the way, I was watching one of my favorite podcasts, Wayno. Shout out to Wayno. He used to be, I believe, like a manager for Def Jam. Uh, I forget. He used to do something with Def Jam, but he used to be in that circle and all that stuff back when like Rockefeller was big and all of that. And so I would say that he has connections. You know what I'm saying? So him broadcasting your music on his platform is a big thing. And his platform gets like 10,000 views, like basically every video. But whenever he does the reactions to uh, low tier artists, they don't. They're only like 500 views, like, and it makes me wonder, like, what does it take for these artists to get the support that they need? Because a lot of that music was really good. They just don't have the backing to succeed and go into the realms that they want to go into. But there's some people out there that had some talent. Even Wayno's trying to get them to get some support. So, when I see that, I see two things. One, Wayno is one of those people who really care about the art of the music because he's trying to, use his platform to boost these people's careers. They're basically like SoundCloud rappers, if you would call it that. SoundCloud rappers without SoundCloud. And, he only gets like 500 views out of that when he's used to getting 10,000. So that's just out of pure love. You can kind of tell with that. Most people would just stop doing it because it don't give them enough views. One. And then two, it also makes me see that in humanity, especially in today's time, we really have to have like someone like Def Jam or Cash Money Records or whatever it is, anything under the universal umbrella in order for We need them to wave it in our faces in order for us to enjoy it. And that kind of bothers me, because how are we supposed to get the real art into things when we need those people to show us, hey, well, this is what art is. Like, no, no, no. You're going to miss not only you, but we are going to miss so much in life if we keep playing by these corporate games and we just listen to whatever person who has the million subscribers, or the person who owns Rockefeller, or the person who owns No Limit, or a person who owns whatever record label that you can think of. The person who owns Hive, you know if we need those people then to know what music is good, what clothes is good, what food is good, what movie is good, what show is good, we're not gonna get everything out of this life as far as the talent around us. Like, everybody's talent is just made for our enjoyment. And I just feel like we're shooting ourselves in the foot by playing these corporate rules. So keep that in mind when you're being entertained, you know, and see, are you watching them because not only do you like it, but also is it because someone's waving it in your face? Because there's things that people aren't necessarily going to wave in your face that you might like, but you're not going to figure that out if you don't look for it yourself. So, with that in mind, God bless you, God bless the first state, and God bless America. It's Wabi. I'm out.